Hi everybody, welcome back to Work Right Planner. Here I share my unique perspective on planning and budgeting while documenting my journey to pay off 6 figures of debt. You see, I spent nearly 2 decades supporting 2 children on a single income, and it's taught me a lot that I'd like to share with you guys. So, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. You guys just make my day. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and joining us if that sounds like anything you might be interested in. I'm so glad to have you all along with me today. So, today I get paid for January 28th. And y'all, we've got the same mess that we had before. This paycheck is not as much as I had anticipated it being because I was off on COVID. And if you can hear my washing machine draining right now, I am so sorry. I know that that's loud. The teenager decided that it was time to do his laundry, and who was I to argue, you know? You got to take what you can get. Choose your battles, people. Choose your battles. Teenagers are tough. Anyway, so we've got the same situation that we had last time. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you how I handle when my budget goes horribly wrong. And in other ways, you know, fantastically right. So this paycheck is not going to be what I budgeted. Womp womp. What I do, instead of like making a lot of changes on this directly right away, I'm going to scoot this to the side and I'm going to do a little bit of math. Break out a piece of notebook paper. In fact, you can do this in a regular notebook if you want and just have pages to scribble on. It's whatever works best for you. I'm kind of a nerd. I like the quality of the paper. I like playing with the stickers and picking out different designs. You can see I used an eraser on there at some point. But yeah, that's just my preference. You can actually use these stickers on a piece of notebook paper. It's all whatever you want, or you can just draw it out, which I've been known to do. Anyway, so I have 2 paychecks that I'm getting paid today. One from my part-time job. So that one is the YMCA income. And it was $111.88, which means I actually got paid more. I ended up having to work a couple of extra hours when I came back because somebody else needed to be off. So it's not as much as I had anticipated, but it's better than I hoped for. So it was $111.88. We budgeted $130. So that's obviously going to be a negative number. I don't have the money to cover all of this. So we're going to say $111.88 minus $130. That's going to give me a negative $18.12. Yeah. It's not as bad as it could have been, but a negative number is still bad no matter how you cut it, because I had planned on paying things with this money, and that means that $18 has to come from somewhere, right? So what we're going to do is look at what happened since these are both coming in on the same day. My state job income, and that one, by the grace of God, was $1,362.04. I had budgeted $976. I'll just mark that as budgeted. Okay, so I have $1,362.04 minus the $976 that I've already got budgeted out of that check. That leaves me with $386.04. So right off the top, I have a surplus here and I have a deficit over here. So I want to take that deficit out first thing. So I'm going to say negative 1812 cover YMCA check. And that means that I've got the money in the bank to cover the rest of this. I'm not going to worry. Last time I did my adjustments up here and changed everything, but we'll see how this all works out. So I want to cover the YMCA. Because I've got excess, I'm going to give myself $25. Okay? Because I don't budget, just blow money for myself. And I decided that anytime I have overtime, if it's more than $25, I'm going to give myself $25. Because that is something I've never done in the past, ever. And I've been an adult for a long time now. And I have come to find out that, you know, if I want something, maybe a book or something to read, I need money to do that. And I don't do much in the way of leisure. So that's going to be, you know, that's going to be me money. I've got both of these paychecks covered. So the next thing that I'm going to do is flip over to my variable income. Let's see how much we've got left. So we've got the $386.04 minus the $18.12 minus the $25. So that gives us $342.92. So the variable income budget are things that I had to cut out of the original budget because there just wasn't money to cover it at the time. And so I list these here. My norm is to do it least to greatest, but I have been known to bump one to the top because, say, it's November and Christmas is next month and I need this money. It gets bumped to the top of the list. But otherwise, if there's not any urgency to any of them, they go in order of least to greatest. So we have $17.99. I'm just going to round that up to 18. So I've got miscellaneous minus 18. And then Christmas is actually getting funded, and I was very, very worried about Christmas because, let's just face it, your girl was not real happy about not being able to put that amount of money toward Christmas this month. So I'm going to round that one up also and make that 89. So I'll move my 342.92 minus the 18 minus the 89, and that leaves me with 235.92. Now at this point, let me go ahead and I make my corrections in red. So we have put the whole 33.81, which makes this 0. And we are budgeting the 88.40, which makes this 0, which means we've paid off everything that we owed to the budget that I had to take out. I'm not going to add all of this up because it's exactly the same. So we budgeted the whole $183.74. That makes me very happy. It's rare for me to be able to wipe this out, but I ended up with some nice overtime this month. Okay, so we're going back to the main budget. We have $235.92 to work with. And what I thought I might do is just play around, split this money between eating out because we have a tendency to overspend there, and I would just rather have a buffer than have to keep taking it out of whatever fund I can find to pull it from. My emergency fund, because I discovered this last year that $1,000 was not enough, no matter what Dave Ramsey says. So I need it to be bigger, so it needs to grow also. So I'll put some money toward that. My debt snowball needs to get money because I did have a surplus of overtime. And then for the first time in a really long time, I'm going to attempt to save money, and I'm going to do that using those binders that we set up in the last video. So, y'all, it'll be all new for me, and hopefully you enjoy that cash stuffing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this $235.92, I'm going to divide it by 4 just to see kind of where we're at. So I've got $58.98. So what I'm going to do is say I'm going to put my emergency fund, I'm going to make that $60.92 just to bring that down to an even number. So $60.92, we got $235.92 minus $60.92 makes that $175. If I divide that by 3, I get $58.33. I want to put a little bit extra into those little mini savings accounts that we call sinking funds. So let's just do, we'll do eat out gets $53. The debt snowball will get the same because might as well put as much toward the debt as we do the eating out. And let's see what that gives us. So 235.92 minus 60.92 minus 53 minus 53, and that leaves $69 that we're going to put toward the sinking funds. And I'm not going to map all of that out on here. I might just call it sinking funds, and you'll get to see that during the cash stuffing. Let's do it that way because I don't want to make this super long, and this might take a minute. Okay, so we've got 111.88, which means, let's see, we can move most of these down here, and that gives us 18, so we'd only have 12 cents. Okay, we can do that. So we'll do 111.88 minus, we're going to apply the 24. Oh wait, hold on just a moment. Sorry about that, y'all. I forgot I was showing you the whole process. So I've got my wallet here, and I'm going to pull out the thing for just my bank account. Set that back over here. Okay, this thing is a hot mess. So we want the accident insurance, 24. We're going to apply that. We're going to do the HP Instant Ink. $13. So that's 37, which leaves me still with 93 because those are the same numbers. And then of course we've got 74.88. Okay, so I've got gas and oil, 74.88. So that gives me 74.88, which is going to leave me with nothing, which means these all get nothing. So sad. Okay, so then what we need to do is all of those need to be added down here. So with my red pen, I'm going to add in gas and oil. That is going to be, what, 12 cents? Yes, 12 cents. Oops. We didn't have this one. And then license and tags is going to go up to 17. I don't need to mark that out. What was I thinking? Sam's, I need to bring down. That one's going to be 2. And then Valentine's is going to be 1. Okay. So we've got the mortgage. It's $412. Cell phone is $99. Storage, we have $35 and $40. Bank fee is $3. Good thing, because that's about to come out. We have Hulu is $6. Groceries is $152. And that's a good thing too, because we're running a little slim. Eat out is getting $21. Household is getting $19. Pet care is getting $40. Gas and oil is getting 12 cents. Lowe's is getting $47. Kia is getting $100. License and tags is getting $17. Oh, I really need to pay that. I should totally do that today. Sam's is getting $2. And Valentine's is getting 1. Okay, so now I forgot to write on here. So we've covered the YMCA. I need Erica is getting 25. Miscellaneous is getting 18. Christmas is getting 89. The ER fund is $60.92. On here I call that Murphy. I really need to move this amount that I've got for Murphy, because that is actually to pay the people that fixed my house, the water leak. So that's what that number is for. But I'm going to go ahead and write this on here, and I'll just know it needs to go somewhere different. Eat out is 53. The debt snowball is getting 53. And then sinking funds is getting 69. I forgot to keep writing this down. Lord have mercy. So let's do the math here. We have, I didn't even write that down, $1,362.04. So 1362.04 minus, all of these match. I've already done that math, so we'll do 589. That gives me 387. Let's just, so we've got 6 plus 152 plus 81.92 plus 19 plus 40 plus 0.12 plus 18. 317.04. So we're going to take the 3. That can't be right. No, of course it's not right, because that's off the budgeted amount. Lord have mercy. Okay. 1362.04 minus 589. That gives me 773.04 minus 317.04 is 456. So let's see what this comes out to be. We've got 89, 47, 100, 17, 2, 1, 60.92, 25, 69, 53. That's too much money. How did I come up too much money? I added the 60.92. What was I thinking? Let's fix this. 21 plus the eat out of 53 is just 74. Lord. I apologize, y'all, but at least we found it. Okay, so 6 plus 152 plus 74 plus 19 plus 40 plus 0.12 plus 18. 309.12. This is why you shouldn't try to do mental math while you're distracted by the dogs barking. Okay, so 773.04. So the difference there is 463.92, which is exactly what this adds up to. So 463.92. We found our error, which brings us back down to 0. We've budgeted everything. Yay! Okay. So at this point, everything's accounted for. I just go pay my bills, and I'll pull out the money for the sinking funds, and I will get back with you all on a cash stuffing video. I hope that this was helpful. This is not always the case that I have enough money to cover, and that just means that you have to put zeros in places and you have to prioritize everything, which is more or less what I did because I handled these one at a time. But I always break out the extra sheet of paper so that I can kind of map out how I'm going, put the priorities on there first, see how much money is left. I can't imagine that this is the only time that you guys are going to see me scribble. So my next video will obviously be the January 28th cash stuffing video. So I hope to see you guys there. In the meantime, if you're still in the mood to watch, YouTube has put the best match for you on the screen. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you all enjoyed this, drop me a comment down below. I love getting to talk to you guys. In the meantime, I will see you next time, and have a great day, everybody.